Alrighty, we are going to be making a vase shaker from Pretty Pink Posh, but I'll be honest, we're using way more than just a shaker because this alone does not make a card, right? So I'm bringing in a lot of things. You totally don't have to do this, but I want to do it and I will take the challenge. Okay, so the challenge. First of all, I'm going to make a get well card. Okay, so first we're going to bring in Get Well Soon. It does have the coordinating dies, but I really just want the sentiment from this. So I am going to pull either Get Well Soon or Hope You're Feeling Better or Sorry You're Under the Weather. I probably will have to fussy cut those, which I'm not a fan, if you guys know me. I'm also going to pull from Pinkfresh Studio. I need some flowers for my vase, so I'm going to probably ink blend one of these. Might do both of them, or might do the whole thing. I don't know. So I have the coordinating stamps, and we have the coordinating stencils and dies. So again, pulling a lot. Alright, I went ahead and fussy cut out my sentiments, and whatever one I choose not to, or whatever one I choose, I can always use the other ones for a different video or of course a different card. I am not the best fussy cutter, so this is as good as it's gonna get, and I definitely could have used a rectangular die to cut them out, but I need it to be a little bit small because I don't want to take away from the shaker. So there's that to consider. So we are going to move that to the side, and I am going to get this taped down because I need to, I am thinking, I'm just trying to think of which one I want to use. I might just do all of them. I said I was going to do that, and well, I need to follow through on what I was going to say and do. So yeah, I'm going with, and I'm actually going to ink blend the shaker as well, because I don't really have a die that I'm really in love with, or I'm sorry, not a die, but a cardstock that I'm really in love with. So that is the plan. All right. So I'm just going to get this lined up. I'm going to turn on some music. Oh, also the color palette that I'm going to use is I'm going to use Scattered Straw and Shabby Shutters for the greenery. I'm also going to use dried, or no, actually I'm going to do Tattered Rose. I think that's what I might do. So that's the color palette for my flowers, and then I'm thinking I'm going to use dried marigold for the vase shaker, and you'll see how I do that in a minute. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this all taped up, and then I'll start ink blending, and again, turn on some music. Okie doke, so I went ahead and ink blended all of that. I think that turned out really well. Really like the colors. I actually used ChatGPT. This was my inspiration. I asked what colors would complement this, and it pulled a bunch of distress oxides, and they did complementary, and then they also did contrasting colors that would complement. So I would highly recommend looking at that. We're allowed to change our minds, right? I went ahead and just got some, I think this is Nectar Creamsicle maybe. I was not digging the marigold. It was just it's coming out too orange, and I like the blend of this one. So I went ahead and cut out 5 of those. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out this. So we'll see. I think this really pairs well with the color theme that I have going on here. So when I was die cutting everything, I was like, yeah, this is not what I wanted. So I was liking it, but I don't know. I was not 100% digging it, right? Okay. So let's get that on there, and then I am going to bring out my dies for this one. Alright, pulling this up, push those out. Totally make a lot of shaker cards with this. Okay, there's that one. There's that pretty one. Perfect. Now, for the finishing touches, I need to die cut this bottom one. Okay. Let me get some cardstock here. I want to see if I can do, well, this should be okay. Alright. Just making a mess everywhere. Alright, let's get that on there, and then I'll die cut that out. Here we go. Love it. Perfect. All right. Then, now that I have that all die cut out, I'm going to cut out my panel. I'm going to have to use my larger machine for that because I am doing a cover plate. I did not show it to you guys at the beginning. Oh my goodness, my desk is becoming a mess. Because I originally was not going to do that, but I am going to use this cover plate. Thought this would be really kind of cute for the theme that I have going on here. So this is called Concord 9th. It's called Stitched Vines Card Front Die, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I got to use my larger one. Line it up like so. I'm gonna have to end up trimming this down anyways, so just as long as it gets on there, we are good to go. So that's what that looks like. Pretty, it's really pretty. Okie doke. First things first, I got my shaker fill. I think I might be using both of these in combination, and then so I have that out. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and glue all of my, oh, you know what, the one thing I need to do is I need to cut some acetate. Forgot, the whole point of this thing is to do that. Oh my goodness, Rachel. Alright, well, I need to get that done first, so let me go ahead and get my acetate real quick before I start gluing and forget. Okay, got all of my 4 outlines done. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue the layer that has the acetate. So let's get that glued down. And then we will pop her on there. Okay. Make sure that's on there good. And then I'm gonna, okay. So then, actually, I'm not gonna use these. I'm gonna use these sequins. I think I like those better. It's a lot of changing of the mind, apparently. Okay, so while that's adhering, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this to the bottom here. So use my tweezers. So there's this YouTuber that I watch. Her name is Tina Smith, I think. Cars and Coffee Time or something like that. And she does it without the tweezers. I don't know how she does it. I love her channel. I'm not affiliated with her by any means, but oh my gosh. She is just a good card maker, and she just is so fast and does not overthink things. She must make the cards before she gets on the camera and records, or maybe she doesn't. It just amazes me with how well she does. Anyways, I always think of her like, oh, you are so quick to make your mind up. And I overthink things 110%. Okay, so why don't we just finish this real quick. I'm going to add my sequins. Now I don't want to go too much because there is, you know, this is not a huge, the depth of it's not that big, so okay. So then I'm just going to grab my shaker bits. I love this sequins, and I ordered like 3 of them. I love it. I use it a lot. Okay. That should be plenty. Okay, so I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna pop her. Yeah, that should be, should I do more? I might want to do more. And then we will switch that over and get that all glued down. And then I'm going to carefully place it over that. This, oh shoot, get this all aligned. No. Okay, that didn't go as smooth as I would have liked. Okay, well, let's put that paperweight on there, and let's hope that I might have to, I don't know, if there's sequins that's caught in the part that is glued, then that might be an issue because it won't seal properly then, which I see there's. Alright, so what I'm going to do is peel that back and try to get those down. Alright, so while that's gluing, I'm going to really hold it down for a little while. I'm going to trim down my card panel here because I need to clean my glass mat. It's getting dirty. I'm going to have a little bit of an offset, so I'm going to evenly trim it 1/8 of an inch on both sides. So we're going to have a total of 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, got my panel all glued down. I already have this scored. So again, A2 card size from 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then our panel is just 1/4 inch smaller, both length and width. And then I'm going to add my panel, start assembling that. There we go, that looks fabulous. All right, so here comes the fun part. Not that none of this is fun, but is the design part. So I'm going to bring in my choices. I made a lot, which I love to have choices. The initial thought was to have that, but no, that's too much, right? So I might do something like that. Just verify before I really push that down. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we will add glue on the back of our shaker part. I'm loving how these flowers turn out. I'm definitely going to have to figure out something what to do with those off camera and maybe show them on Instagram. I don't know. Okay. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, sometimes I post things that I don't do on my channel. So be sure to check it out. Okay. And I don't know why, I always gravitate towards the lower right corner. Okay. Yep, I guess so. I guess we're gonna, or do we want it? I'll do it right in the middle. I mean, why not, right? Yeah. Let's be different. I think if I were to redo this card, I would have stuck this in the shaker part and then glued everything down. I think that would have made a lot more sense. Than sticking it behind there. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna put that on there. Okay, so there's that one, and then, oops, you can also wanted to frame that out a little bit. No, I'm not going to. Well, then there we go. Okay, I'm not going to add any more sequins because I don't want to take away from our shaker bit, our shaker card. So, and there is our card. What do you guys think? Like, I love it, but again, if I were to do this again, I would have somehow, maybe cut it off, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and then pop this up a little bit, so that way it's not laying so flat. It's just reading really flat to me right now, but it's okay. Kind of learn what to do and what not to do, right? All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.